Hello and welcome to another edition of the KEYPOINT TV program. It comes your way every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Today we are going to discuss a conversation that is going to be very probably debative, controversial, and also give us insight about what our guests feel about this particular topic. So today we are talking about investment in relationships. How do we navigate them? So I'm starting off with a lady. She's an entrepreneur. Her name is Ujunwa Cosmos.
Yeah.
I hope I'm mentioning it well.
Yeah, you did. That's good.
And I also have Mr. Massin Emmanuel,
Yeah,
who's
sure.
an English tutor.
Yeah.
And one of our regular, Mr. Achille Combat, who is a business growth expert. I mean, there's a lot of portfolio, but I'll stick to that for now.
Thank you.
So thank you very much for honoring the invitation, and I'm glad you've been able to make it on time today.
Thank you. It's our honor.
Okay. First off, I will start with you on this one. When we say investment in relationship, I know maybe the word itself, investment, already has a meaning, but since we are putting it in a context, you may have your opinion about what you think investment in relationship is.
Okay. So if I'm to say, investment in a relationship simply defines how you put on your efforts in a relationship, either emotionally, physically, and otherwise. So I would think in fact, investing everything you have just to make things work
in a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll come to Mr. Combat on this one.
I think before we even talk about investing, we need to understand what we are investing in,
Okay.
right? And relationship, I will focus more in business relationship.
Okay.
I'll focus more in our relationship with our collaborators, right? And we invite people to always look into what we call the 5 W's.
Okay.
If I may go back a little bit to that, I think before you get into any facet of your life, because relationship is a part of our lives, right? Just like the finances, just like our spiritual life, right? So you need to understand, where are you standing with your belief in relationship?
Okay.
That's the first W. And the beliefs are one thing that are destroying humanity, because somebody may believe that a relationship is a one-way relationship.
Okay.
Right? So you have to analyze first, where are you standing when it comes to beliefs in relationship? The second element, what do you desire from the relationship?
Okay.
The second W. Because if you don't understand what you desire from that relationship, it doesn't matter how much you're investing. If it's going against that, then you're not actually in the right direction. And then you need to understand, why are you getting in that relationship? And the why is bigger than just you. Because if things are just summarized on who you are as a person, then your why, as we know all, will not get you far. Now, the two last W's that are not really practiced by people is understanding now, first, what I call the wow effect, like getting to work. How are you going to get the desire that you're expecting from that relationship? And then the who. Who are you going to be putting around you to be able to get that relationship? These 5 W's apply to any aspect. So, to your question, first of all, I will invite people or the audience, before even understanding what is investing in a relationship, did I prepare the fundamentals? Otherwise, the investment is just going, all over the places. Now, relationship matters because we are human beings. We are human being, animals, social, because animals have relationships.
Of course.
Okay, so I think once we understand the 5 W's, we define them for us personally, then we can make a sense of, what the investment in a relationship may mean. That's what I will add to what my sister here already presented very clearly.
I'm glad for that submission, because I wasn't expecting the setup to be put that way. But that is exactly why we have different people on the platform to express their views. So, Mr. Massin, we are coming to you on the same thing: investment in relationships.
Basically, when it comes to investment, I think it's the importance first you attach,
Okay.
and the effort you are putting together to secure, to maintain a relation, no matter how the relation is, no matter the type. Maybe if romantic relation, business relation, as my elder said it. No matter the type of relation, the importance you are attaching first, and then the effort you are putting together to secure and to maintain it.
Okay. So before I move to the next question, we are going to do a little bit of a quiz, if I can put it. I sent out some types of investments in relationships.
Yeah.
So I will start with Mr. Marcin on this one. You're going to help us to rearrange it the way you would want to put it. So you just tell me the first one. I'll probably write it down. Then we'll go.
Emotional. Yeah.
Emotional, okay. Followed by?
Mutual respect.
Mutual respect. Followed by?
Communication.
Communication. Again.
Shared experience.
Shared experience, okay.
Yes. Time investment.
Time investment. I'm surprised you didn't start with time though, but let's move along.
Providing support.
Providing support. I know some people will start with that one.
Now,
okay.
Financial investment.
Okay.
Trust and loyalty.
Trust and loyalty. Wow. It's really at the bottom.
Long-term vision.
Long-term vision. Okay. I hope that's all.
Personal growth.
Personal growth, yes. I think it goes in line with what Mr. Achille said. That's all right.
So commitments with boundaries and privacy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Boundaries and privacy. So I'm going to take Ms. Ujungwa on this one before coming to Mr. Achille.
Okay.
So your very first one.
Okay. Stability.
Stability.
Yeah. Boundaries, just like he said.
So the second one is boundaries.
Yeah. Time.
Okay.
Support.
Support.
Financial investment.
Financial. That didn't start. That's very surprising.
I can't let that go. Then personal growth.
Personal growth.
Now long-term vision enhancement.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll stop there for now.
Long-term vision. Okay. So you just pick 7 out of the many. Okay. So Mr. Achille.
I'm a bad student. But anyway, I think related to what we do, I will put first the investment in long-term vision.
Long-term vision.
I believe there's nothing to do if you don't have a vision.
Okay.
And time is the biggest resource that nobody will provide the extra for you.
Okay.
So I'll think about time investment.
Okay.
Now, when you do all that, you have to, I prefer talking about human growth because personal is not really bad. We'll go with investment in personal growth.
Growth, okay.
Okay. At that point, you need to communicate whatever your vision is, however you're using time. I'll go with communication.
Okay.
The financial investment will come in, money.
Okay.
So, okay, then maybe investment in mutual respect.
Mutual respect. Okay.
Okay. Now I will put commitment, trust, loyalty, all together with emotional investment. I feel like all that plays, together.
Okay. That's okay.
And the last one will be, if I didn't miss anything, investment in boundaries and privacy.
Boundaries and privacy.
And the last one I think is mutual share whatever experience.
Shared experience.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if time would have permitted, I would have asked you why you made the arrangement that way, but we could look at that a bit later on.
Okay.
Now, I will start with Mr. Marcin on this one. You've listed yours, starting first of all with emotional and ending on boundaries and privacy.
Yes.
Maybe on a personal experience or maybe a story or whatever you've encountered.
Yes.
Could you tell us one of the most valuable investments you've made in the relationship and how did it happen?
I can talk now of let's say a business. Is it a business? Yes, a business relationship. It was one of my collaborators. His name was Paul. We met in 2021.
Okay.
First of all, we just met just like this because we are both English coaches.
Okay.
So what did we do? We start talking to each other, we start chatting, and so on and so forth. We try to create a kind of connection. So I can say in that thing we start supporting each other.
Okay.
We start sharing experiences.
Okay.
We start yes, I can say asking help from each other. So till a point that we became more closer than before.
Okay.
What I want to point out is that personally, I don't attach much importance to people just like that. But with him, it was kind of different because in English domain, it's like we are challengers. We challenge each other to see which one is the most, I can say, valuable or the best. But with him, it was different.
Okay.
So I put myself into that relation, asking advices from him, the same by his sides, and I can say today it made us closer. Currently we are on a project that is very important to us, and I think we can both fulfill it if God help us.
Okay, so in summary, what I'm getting from you, first of all, that there was a long-term vision, personal growth, there was a commitment, there was mutual respect, there was a time investment, and also providing of support.
Yes, and I'll add something to what my elder Mr. Ashid just said.
You make me look old. That's fine. I'm kidding. Go ahead, sir.
So before you start a relation with somebody, it's important you have a vision, because you share the same point of interest. Because if you don't share same point of interest with the person, how can you maybe just say right to the person, check on him, or those kind of things? I don't think it's possible if you don't have a kind of vision, if you don't have a point of interest same with the person.
Okay, so I'll kick to Mr. Ashil on this one. Some of the or a particular valuable investment you've made and how it has shaped the connection you had.
I'll stay focused on in the business, arena, and I think I put high standards, okay, on my relationships. I believe that today some of my business partners have been like high school friends.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have the same vision, like he was saying, because the vision allow us to actually build our values.
Mm-hmm.
Because without the values, then you don't know how to select people to put around you. So my business partners mostly, are people I started with in high school. We trust each other. We build what we're building, the legacy we're building together. And at the same time, I'm not going to be just listing, whatever is just beautiful, because in the same relationships, I have relationship where people just abuse. And for me, I don't think people hurt us, but our expectation on people actually hurt us. So it happened a lot. One that I can pinpoint very quick is an association in 2010, I think. Student, they were looking for help. They were looking for guidance, for financing. And knowing that I'm against the whole mindset of thinking that the whole world will just come help Africa. I try to help, in Togo especially, at least for what I know, we have more non-profit association than for-profit organization. Mm-hmm. So how can they change that mindset and finance themselves? So we started with STADS, a project with a client on recycling. It was the first initial project when recycling was booming at that time, where the whole campus was full of pure water plastics. But they couldn't see the vision that that can turn into, money. And I think I trust so much the leader or whatever, where I open only my eyes when one of his own was in an accident, and he lost consciousness, and he was laying down on the floor at the hospital. And he has the audacity to say there was no money. Wow. But this guy was having a brain, his blood was actually leaking in the brain. So it was at that point my eyes opened and I knew that these are not my core values. So we part way, I think, after 5 years. So relationship-wise, yes, I think there are relationships that were, successful, if I can call it that way. And there are also relationships that ended just very bad. But that's okay, because I think when we talk about personal growth, we need that to be able to grow. So, that's maybe what I will, share for now.
Okay, so putting that narration into the investment types that we have, I've noticed there's a long-term vision, there's a personal growth, financial gain. There was an issue of a loyalty as well. So that is in short how I can put it. So coming to Miss Ujumwa.
Okay, so I'm kind of like I don't know. You guys are just talking about business. What happened to emotional investments? What happened to the investments we make when it comes to being in a relationship?
It's okay. We choose. So
no, you don't have to choose in that kind of way. It seems as if you're deviating from what you're supposed to be talking about.
You mean romantic relationship?
Of course. So when it comes to investment and all those things, you should be talking about. We all, most times in the relationship, we have lost money. Most people have lost money. Have lost time. Have lost. When I say they have even lost themselves when it comes to relationship, because a lot of people invest so much in relationship to the extent that once the relationship feels is shaking, they think that everything is all gone.
So do you understand? What is that valuable investment you've made? Maybe
I've really made a lot of investment when it comes to relationship. I've wasted resources, time, emotional support to the person who does not even need it in the first place.
Maybe ours was very painful. That's why we don't want to talk about it.
No, you should talk about it. These are the things that we should touch, so that people will know that yes, definitely it exists. Because most people feel that the generation of these days right now don't believe in love because of most of the things they have gone through.
You're right.
A lot of people have invested a lot.
Which love are we talking about?
Any love, be it agape love, emotional love, or anything.
Nobody can deny love because our body function based on love.
Definitely.
So every single day our body function on love.
Definitely, but
so romantic.
We have different types of love. So if I'm talking about the emotional aspect of love.
I apologize on behalf of the men that I didn't touch on the topic or the aspect you want.
Yes.
I want you to help us delve into the emotional aspect. Okay. Maybe I don't know the type of investment you've made that is bringing the fever. So tell us now.
No, we are coming to it.
Okay, now so let's say just like
Mr.
Shiu said that he has invested with some partners that he ended up feeling that yes, these people might ditch me at a point in time because of what happened, an accident that happened, but he felt that person was not, it was reluctant, he was reluctant about whatever that is happening at that point in time. The same thing happens in a relationship. Most times, let's say, okay, let me use myself for example. I'm a woman, so let's say I'm having issues at the point in time in which my partner will not be able to assist me. I will feel that I'm not getting the support I need from him. Most times it does not always need it doesn't. Oh baby, you'll be fine. I know I'll be fine definitely. I know I'll be fine definitely. But it takes there's something else I need for you to make me feel fine. I don't want to be fine just by telling me mere words. Don't worry, baby, you're gonna be fine. Invest your time, invest your resources, invest your emotional support in
resources like money.
Of course. Invest money now. What are you saying? Of course, there's no relationship without money. Love is sweet when there's money. I'm not saying that love is not sweet. Just like he said, love. He asked me what type of love am I talking about. There are different type of love. The love I will give to my brothers is not the love I will give to my partner. So the investment I will invest in my siblings. It's not the kind of investment I will invest in my partner. I will give my all to my partner to make sure that everything works because I'm looking at long-term vision. right now because I'm looking at, okay, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person. But when it comes to my seeding, we're gonna part with something. We're gonna part with something. But when it comes to this relation, this one I want to invest every time. As I'm investing, you have to invest as well. It cannot be a one-sided love. I'm giving my time, my resources, my patience, my emotional support, my financial support. Sometimes I will even cuddle you like a mother just for you to feel cool as a man. Yes, most times we do that. We even go beyond extra mile for men. But most times I think that men does not see that as they see it as we ladies being weak. Then they draw back their intention. Let's say a man who actually loves you 100% in the first place, that keep on coming to you, I love you, then you give back the same energy he comes, then the man will draw back. I would keep wonder why.
No, it's not true.
That's true.
Well, it's not true.
I don't know.
We are men, you are women.
Yeah, sometimes I think men are afraid of love or what.
Understand you, at times you don't understand her.
Yes, exactly.
So
or maybe she did not find the right man.
Men are complicated.
Okay, I think I've been listening to our sister, and that's why I mentioned beliefs are very important.
Exactly.
Okay, because that's your belief on a relationship between a man and a woman. Somebody else may have different beliefs, but we need to accept each other that way. And for me, I think I'm born alone, I'll die alone. Whatever happened between those two beautiful events, it depends on me. I don't need somebody to make me feel, confident. I don't need somebody to make me feel, because then if it comes, thank God. If it doesn't come, I'm still fine. Now, that's a belief. It doesn't mean that is the right belief, but that's what helped me continue my journey. So now, I understand. I mean, that's why today, the divorce rate is very high. Why? Because there is a thickness. And Hollywood, Bollywood, Nollywood, whatever would, just presenting love in a futuristic and a picture way where, we work with the senior industry, right? In the United States, the population is getting old very quick. And it's so beautiful to see somebody pass, right, peacefully. And people don't regret what they did wrong, but what they didn't do.
Yeah.
And those elders, now I'll borrow your word. That's why I say, you really feel old, but we call them elders. But those elders, those one who stayed in a marriage, a long marriage, my parents spent more than 40 years together. But they will tell you that it's not the emotional only thing and all that, right? Because they had a belief that even people were forced, right, to marry a man, right? That there was no emotion, but it was the belief at that point.
Yeah.
Now, that's why I think beliefs are so crucial, to make sure that even if we have our beliefs, we need to make sure that we understand the other part, beliefs. And I will add your points, okay? I think that's why we've been made two different gender. And then if I believe to the story, God watched the man and say, if I leave this, I'm not going to say the word, he will screw up everything. So he needs somebody to keep him straight, right?
Can you permit me to interrupt you on this? When you're saying believe,
yes.
What happened to, most times, lots of people, you say believe right now, because this is your belief. What happened to foundation?
What is the foundation?
Okay, now let me say, you believe that, let's say, something to get, these 2 and 2 can work, right?
Yes.
Then, but do you know that there's a foundation you have to lay for these 2 to work? Even if you believe that this relationship is going to last for eternity, but the foundation you laid is not correct, the foundation is still shaky, definitely it's not going to last.
Beliefs are part of the foundation.
Beliefs, so most times, some people can just wake up one morning and say, okay, I believe that this woman is my woman. She's the rip of my rip.
No, let me explain beliefs, okay? Beliefs are just things that you accepted true for yourself. Right? If I believe that a relationship is about money, it's my belief. I see ladies, men too, okay, who are so much onto money, they don't see anything else in a relationship.
Exactly. That's the reason why I'm not attacking you both for starting with business. That's all that men, business.
It's okay.
Let's settle on this one. we don't have much time, so I want us to go ahead with this particular question. I'm going to skip some of the few bits. there has been this issue for some time now of being entitled in a relationship. I'm going to start with you on this one because you're the lady.
She was talking about.
So some time ago, I heard stories about girlfriend allowance. I heard stories about when I'm in a relationship with you, it means you are taking care of me. It's no more my father, my parent. So the guy becomes the bank. The guy becomes the provider, the emotional support, all types of investment if you could count. Why do you think that sense of entitlement should be or is included in relationship?
Have you heard of the word ATM?
Yes.
Attention, time, and money.
The real definition is automated teller machine.
This is what I'm trying, like in this aspect now. Okay, yes. When it comes to this, girlfriend allowance, of course, we so
you believe it should be given?
It should be. Like,
why?
On what belief?
Okay, on what belief? I believe that yes, as a man, you approach me that you like me. You saw me before. You say, okay, this girl, I believe I can take care of this person. You see me, you should see me for everything I am. One, you should know that yes, I'm making my hair. That's not your responsibility. Okay. Oh, my babe is gonna rub. She's gonna apply makeup.
I shave mine too.
You decide. Would you like it for a woman to shave her hair?
No. I say I shave mine is money too. Somebody you need to pay for
exactly.
it.
Somebody has to pay for it. Your money is our money. My money is my money.
Why?
Of course, you can't expect me. I only support you.
Okay.
I will only support. But as the time, let's say, okay, now let me go to that girlfriend's allowance right now. Let's imagine you're my boyfriend or you're my partner, then you're paying me allowance. Do you know from that same allowance, you give a woman a seed, she'll plant it and it will grow for you. That allowance, through that allowance you're giving to me, tomorrow you might need something. I will go to that allowance which you have been giving me and support you. That is one thing men don't know. But in the aspect where you don't give your girlfriend or your partner allowance, or you don't help her financially, how are you expecting when you're down? How are you expecting her to bounce you up back?
Okay, just in clause, the girlfriend is working. Do we still need the allowance?
Exactly, we need it. I guess no lady should be idle. I am working. That's why I said my money is my money.
Okay, so you mean if I don't have money, I should not have a girlfriend?
Cut your coat according to your size.
Wow.
Yeah. If you don't have money, there are girls, there are many ladies there that does not even need your money. Just pay them attention, give them. But most time you still will not even give them the attention they want, because nothing is permanent. But like you can't get everything in a platter of gold as you want. You get. Most time you say, okay, now you don't have money, but you want to have a girlfriend. Why do you even crave for a girlfriend?
Okay, just besides what you're saying, in a situation where maybe the lady is the one who is having the money, should we also introduce a boyfriend allowance?
Of course. So you don't even need to tell us. We ladies, we are compassionate. We have empathy.
Are you sure?
Of course. Just make sure that the lady loves you. If I love you,
you have to make sure you love me.
Of course.
Wow.
You have to put in your effort. In the same way, men will say, "What do you bring to the table?" We also ask, "What do you bring to the table?" Wow. If you don't have money to bring to the table,
yeah, that's interesting. Your first reaction was about talking just business, right? I think this is a business transaction.
It's not.
And no. I'll continue. It's a business transaction because that's what allowance is, right? Because
Exactly.
I'm actually believes again, right? I have daughter, but I'm not going to teach my daughter to expect somebody to come pay for whatever I did for her. I think it's a dowry or something, right? Our ancestors started with cows and all that, and now it's money, it's a yacht, it's a diamond, right? I just feel like we're going back to business, okay? And then people get even in a marriage with contract, explaining clearly. In the case of whatever happened, here's how money. So for me personally, and I'm glad you putting it that way because it's just another business transaction.
And it's not.
Because that's slavery.
Do you know how men take? Do you guys take like things for granted? When they give you women for free without collecting anything, you will not value that lady.
But what you collected doesn't guarantee.
So now, what would you say?
It doesn't guarantee. But at least before you, now let me use myself, an Igbo girl, right? Let's say you come to take an Igbo girl as your wife. By the time they will give you the expenses of what you're going to do, before you divorce your wife, before you even think of chasing her out, you check off all the responsibility you've taken care of. They're not doing it to render you. They are doing it for you to hold you together. That yes, you have something that you have invested. That's where this investment also comes in. Okay, you have invested a lot of time. You have invested money. You have invested even your families are all there. Your family as a whole, the in-laws are investment in it, because even if the relationship or the marriage decides to fail tomorrow, everybody will be involved.
So what will you tell now all the, I don't know if is allowed to open that parenthesis.
Go ahead,
so what do you tell all the generation of lesbian, LGBT, gays, and so how will they handle that?
They do marry themselves, right?
Sorry?
They do marry themselves, right?
Yeah. So
exactly.
Who give what?
That is where beliefs comes in for me.
She's taking your words in now.
Yes.
Like
it's okay.
This is where beliefs
good.
comes in for me.
Yes.
Now, I believe in this aspect. I don't believe in this aspect. I'm not a traditional somebody. I don't want to do this. But this aspect, is it not pastor who goes and got these two people married?
Mm-hmm.
It's pastors, right? Mm-hmm. That same pastor will also come and get two church members also married in the same church.
Mm-hmm.
So does it mean that these two people now, that these people are okay, because they are sinners, I should not do this, because they are sinners?
I agree. So in that case, if I follow you, you don't have anything to say. Like two men, two ladies going together, who give what to the other person?
For example,
yes. Who pays what?
In this aspect, it depends on the culture. If it's just, let's say, for the foreigners, they don't have this kind of culture. But if it's an African, we Africans know that it's impossible for an African to do. So definitely they don't pay dowries. They just go in and do their thing.
Okay.
So no family member is involved. So that tomorrow when the cast off everything that is catering comes in, nobody will be held accountable except themselves, the two people who decided on what they want to do.
Okay.
On that note, let's not go into LGBTQ and then customs and stuff. Let's come back to the topic. We spoke about different forms of investment. We've spoken about the entitlement, maybe not into where we would want to go, but we'll come back here now. We know definitely there will be situations where you may have invested in time, somebody invested in financial support, you may have invested in emotional, someone did boundaries and privacy. So definitely we wouldn't have the same level of investment or the same investment at the same time.
Yeah.
Which comes to my question. When there is a mismatch in terms of the investment, maybe someone does more than the other, either at a particular time or throughout the course of the journey of the relationship, how would you manage or handle that situation where you in particular is with more investment and the other partner is?
This is where insecurity comes in.
Okay. In what way?
In the sense that, okay, let's say it's 100% thing, right? Then I'm giving 60%, you're giving 40%. I will feel that I'm the one carrying the cross on my shoulder. And it definitely to weigh me down. And while it's weighing me down, it will make the foundation of the relationship will start shaking.
Okay.
Because I will feel that this person is not investing as much as I am investing, might tomorrow decide to leave. So now in this aspect now I have to withdraw myself back as well.
But first you can talk together to see if you can find an issue.
We'll come to the solution. I just want to see where she's landing.
Okay, so now as I was saying, so now this comes to where I will now held back myself. I'll be like, okay, this person is actually not giving me what I want. Then while I'm withdrawing back, you as the man, because men like chasing, you guys like chasing. When we chase back, you withdraw, you go back into your shell.
I think it depends.
No, it doesn't depend. At first, you will be the one chasing. And when we say, okay, now we are comfortable, we want to now enjoying the love you guys have been throwing on us. Now everything just dismisses. Now we'll be the one pampering you like a mother. We'll be the one chasing you around. Baby, have you eaten? Baby, how do you do this morning? Even it's you who used to call me in the morning. Oh, baby, how was the night? Now I'm the one doing that thing.
We need it.
You need it. I know definitely you need it, but in this aspect, you guys will request for more.
Okay, so your response to when there's a mismatch is a bit
it falls back. It makes one person, the person who is actually giving the more attention, the more that is actually investing the more, pull back, just to see what the reaction of the other opponents will do. He's going to come back to his or her right senses, or he's going to leave everything. Because I believe that a lot of relationships have died slowly because of all this.
Okay.
If I follow Ashi's point of view, if you retire, you'll be there.
Okay, so Mr. Marcin,
Yes.
I mean, you give an example early on. I don't know if you want to use the same example, but definitely there will be a mismatch. How would you respond to that?
Yeah, now I'll come to a romantic relationship.
Okay, she's happy to hear.
I'm really happy to hear that.
You know, first I believe if there is a mismatch, we can talk together. That's why you have communication.
Communication.
Yes, you can talk to your partner saying, I know this is not going the right way. Can you change it first? And if it's still going wrong, now you can think of going back. But the first time, just going back just like this, I think is
I
wrong.
don't think she meant it that way though, but I agree with your point.
It's wrong. It's totally wrong. Because maybe, you know, sometimes, as you said it, you can, I think as she said it, you can want something, but the man or me, actually, I can't think you want this, or because I'm focused on my things, on my business, I will not know. So
Why would you know?
it
Why am I your
comes.
partner?
It comes.
Is it
You know?
just yourself? Which means that's where
No,
it is.
no,
You're
no,
only thinking
no.
about yourself.
No.
I think what he's trying to say more is like you need to voice it out.
Most times, even when we voice it out, you guys see it as nagging.
No.
You say we nag.
No.
You're nagging a lot. You talk too much. You do this. So in this aspect, no woman wants to be called a nag. We hate that word.
That's where you
So the
have to
word
find.
nagging.
You have to check if the person have seriously interest in you.
That exactly.
Because if somebody doesn't want you, you clearly see it. I'm not coaching
No
romantic.
man knows how to hide. You cannot. At first, you will not.
Let me go to Mr. Ashe. I think his business aspect of it might take the emotional aspect on this one. So, how would you handle a mismatch? I mean, in any form of type of investment in relationship.
So are we saying any type of relationship and investment, right?
Any type of investment in relationship.
Yes,
That relationship can be
Yeah, it can be anything,
anytime.
right?
Sure.
Mismatch. You see, it's like you have a bank account, right?
Okay.
If you're putting too much into it or you're drawing too out, right, there are always consequences,
Yeah.
right? And I think I see any type of relationship investment, because I think the word investment here is not just monetary, is all the other aspect, right? For me, when the 5 W's are well followed, those situations shouldn't even happen, because clearly you know what your belief is, you know your values when it comes to relationship. You're not going to get into something where the values are not there, and you know, mismatch will bring what the result is. People have to, you know, separate. It's sad to see people in the I know, you know, when it's done in the church and all that is for life, right? Sometimes when it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You need to know when to withdraw before it totally destroy you.
Yeah.
So mismatch shouldn't happen for me if the 5 W's are followed, because you know who you will take, you know how. Okay, the work now, right? The war effort. You know how to get the person. You know that you guys have the same values and all that. I'm especially not for, soulmate, or there's no soulmate or somebody somewhere just waiting for you to come in a match. I think it's built.
Okay.
You know, I see relationship more like built,
It's
because. Build
Yes.
is a
You have
build.
to build
You
it.
have
Yes.
to build it.
Yeah, that's okay.
Because I don't think somebody is just somewhere. You know, you see.
No.
You know, I'm sorry. You know, with the movie.
But
your heart
there's
start
somebody for
pumping.
everybody.
I mean, it
See,
becomes to believe.
And they become to working. I mean, if you don't work it out, you're not going to work out. So
As you said, this creator is not just like in a place you go and find it and pick it. So you should create your.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't just go there and get it.
No, you
there's
still-
no apple
but
for
you
every
still-
plantain.
you still have
believe
people
there's somebody
praying.
somewhere,
Yes,
no matter
and they
what
will pray. They will pray all their
In
lives.
this life,
because-
in this life, anybody who believes that he just have to date just one person to get it right, it's wrong.
People have dated just one.
Yeah,
person.
just
They are
once.
living-
But yet the foundation, let's say the relationship, does it mean that they don't have issues?
Oh, they
can have issues.
Which means that we all learn every day. The same way you learn to adjust to your partner. This person that you picked, okay. Now let's say that this being that Adam had his own rights of choice, like his own choices to make while Eve were being created. He would have said, God, please don't let this woman be the type that will not allow me to talk. Let me be the one to always talk. Men most time will say, okay.
It's a story, though.
definitely
Okay,
the story.
let's wrap up on this one.
Okay.
Definitely, as you said, there will be issues, whether it's the first one or the second, whether it's business or emotional or platonic or whatever. What are some of the things you think, since you are more focused on the romantic relationship, what are some of the things you think would be helpful or will help nurture that relationship, maybe into the way you want it to be, or both of you want it to be, any form of relationship?
Okay, now let's come to love language. Okay, we have 5 types of love languages, so you pick the one that suits you. Pick the one. Okay, now let's say me, for example, I like quality time. Okay. You might, we have 24 hours in a day. Throughout that 24 hours, it shouldn't be all about work. Okay. So in order for this to work, you have to as well give me some part of your time.
Obviously.
But most times, a lot of people. Okay, now let's use the internet for example. Most times now we partners we chat through phones. Because phone is now versatile. Everybody wants to chat on WhatsApp. Okay, babe, how did you? Forgetting that sometimes just give a call. Quality time is okay. Like give just to hear my voice. Not every time. Sometimes I might not even be in the mood to type.
We can do voice notes.
Yeah, voice. Wow. What if I'm not in the mood to answer the voice notes? Sometimes I want to show me that attention. That yes, this quality time you still have it for me.
Voice can carry emotions as well.
Sometimes you do voice note. What I'm carrying in my mind and voice note is not the same. But most times, when you call me on phone, I'll be like, okay, I'll be able to tell if you are angry or you're okay through your voice. But sometimes I don't know if it's AI that does the that's really voice notes. Sometimes it's trickish. Yeah. But when you call on normal call, you be okay. Babe, are you okay? You sound weird or you sound worried or all that. You get. So I believe in quality time.
Okay.
Let's try to have our quality time, even despite away from our job schedules. I'm a busy person. You're a busy person. But during these 24 hours, even if it's 5 hours, just leave that 5 hours for me.
We are having quality time on the keyboard.
Exactly. So at this point now, it's the quality time now. At least I'm expressing myself, you're expressing yourself. This is how relationship can stand. Where during that quality time, we can be able to say, okay, babe, look at the thing you did to me yesterday. Me, I don't like it too. Okay, you say, what did I do? Maybe because men, you the guys can forget now. You say, what did I do? I said, babe, you stepped on my toes yesterday and you did not say sorry. You say, is that it? I didn't even mean it. Sorry. That sorry alone will melt it off. But sometimes some guys will say, just that thing I just matched, you just carry it in your mind. So it is giving the kind of that's where we now start. That's okay. Now let's play our manipulating time. Let's manipulate the issue to get it to our own favor. But if you just say sorry, baby, sorry for that. No, I don't know, it's simple. But when you try to gaslight the whole issue, then we'll play it your way.
Thank you very much. So Mr. Shiu, we are coming on the everyday action or some of the things you can do to nurture your relationship.
No, I think I agree with her about quality time. Like in our organization, we do that with all our collaborators. You have to listen. You have to pay attention. Some come to work with issues on their mind. You have to give them some time to be able to talk. I have collaborators who have family issues, maybe with their fiancé, girlfriend, and they come talk to me. And I'm okay to be able to listen because the person needs somebody to talk to. So we have time where we allow them, to bring their own local food to share. And that time spending together with, their colleagues and all that is building something. Sure. Now, in terms of romantic, and I will seriously go back to my 5 W's because it all depends on, you do have ladies also. You mentioned something, somewhere at the beginning about being conscious that as two entities, we are built differently.
Exactly.
For me, is helping people understand we don't have to depend totally on other. Step on my toe, okay, that's fine. You take it positively, you move on. He doesn't mention it, fine. That's how I will see it, okay? But if in a relationship you feel like the other person is, for me, it's like manipulation. You're doing it just, and most of the time, that's why the ladies, it works fine with people who they have Yes, they know. They have the pep talk. You just follow me? And it works fine because that's all what they want to hear. Okay, I'll give her, and then after I'm gone, you follow me? But if a lady is deeply, work on herself, that's my belief. Okay, I don't think you will need all that. But
you don't think you will need the apology?
Apology is meant to amend too. I think both sides, an apology, you can hurt a man, Emmanuel is here, I do something to him, I'll apologize. It's not meant just for women. Yeah. If I hurt you, yes, I'll apologize. But romantically, it become like a Jew. Okay, you have to do it. Otherwise, the next 5 nights, don't touch me. You have.
Hold on.
Either way, our hands into that. Okay. Mr. Marcin, what is your submission in that?
I think
what actions
nobody is too busy. So if you love somebody, in following her, if you love somebody, you may find time for her or for him. So I think maybe, as she was saying, it's quality time. Maybe you have lunch together, you have a time after work together, you go on a walk together, 15 minutes, 30 minutes a day is sufficient.
So I think we've all agreed that quality time is important.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I like the fact that she spoke about phone, because some people think even as we are sitting here, we are all on our phones, it's still quality time. Maybe just 10% of it. Because there are some people, they will still be sitting here, they'll be making video call looking at you. To them it's funny, it's distressing and all that.
Yes.
It might not probably be the best, but that may be what works for some.
It's stressful. I'm unsure.
I don't like.
Yeah, but we need to be careful because there is a generational beliefs. Okay, the way our parents, our great grandparents used to see relationship, we're not going to say it's the same now. And the next generation, what we are talking about right now, it's not. I don't think it may. Yes, and it's not that bad though, because it's their belief, it's their generation.
Yes.
Because when the internet came, I know even some churches say that's the devil.
Yeah, I mean the Bible.
But today with COVID, people collected money through. So if innovation was not continuing, who will collect money?
Yeah.
My point is, we need to make sure that we take into account generational beliefs, okay? Because the relationship today, in 20 years, 50 years, it's not going to be all what we are here debating about.
You know why? Because at this point in time, everybody believes that they want to make money. By this time, next 5 years, even that money you will have it, but you will not have joy.
But if I don't make
on
money.
this note, I'm very thankful, Ojuma Cosmos, for coming. Emmanuel Marcin, Mr. Ashil Combat. Thank you for honoring the invitation and also helping us get your insight and your experiences on investment in relationship. How do you navigate? It's true that we could have gone way beyond this, but we are constrained by time. So we've come to the end of the program for today. When you consistently invest in relationship, be it time, emotional, business or support, and then you do it for the benefit of both of you, I believe that all aspects of your life may come to the way you want it to be. So meet us next week every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Catch a repeat same time on Sundays. You can follow us on YouTube, KEYPOINT TV show on the New World TV playlist, and also on Facebook. See you next week. It's a bye.